Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon. I put some, not soundproofing foam. I took, there's a certain type of foam that you can buy for beds to put under your sheets and essentially add more padding. I essentially did that and just put it on my door, which is the biggest, blankest part of my room, or my closet area. And I'm hoping that that will help reduce the noise. I also installed a third fan into my PC, as I said I would, and I was worried for a second because I couldn't find a fan clip or fan plug in it, but I found it. There was one hiding behind the CPU cooler, and I was able to slip it in there. And now I have one intake port and two exhaust fans, so that or one intake fan so it sucks the air in, and then two that blow the air out. And it's already cooled my CPU down quite a bit. Right now with Darktide on, we're sitting at a comfortable 60 when we were sitting at a 70, almost 80. So we're, temperatures have been dropped quite well. And yeah, anyway, that's the yapping. Let's get to the build. So the build is pretty much what I ran on the plasma gun the other day, but with bolter and some slight changes. Here's the chainsword. It's got Rampage and Wrath, 25% unyielding and flak arbor enemies. Honestly, might change the unyielding to infested, so it's more horde cleary. That's probably the smarter thing to do. And then we have the 8.5% reload speed, 20% damage to maniacs with pinning fire and shattering impact. 3 toughness wound or curios, sorry. Then we have long shot, and I swapped out charismatic with a volley adept, so that we have reload speed on elite kill, and then we also still have close order drill for toughness damage reduction. But then we also have long shot. We have the shredder frag grenade, because obviously with the bolter we don't really need to worry about crushers, so we don't need to take the crack grenade. We have get back in the fight, survivalist, because the bolter is kind of ammo hungry. Then we have field improv, demolition stockpile with voice of command and duty and honor, as well as only in death. Now I know only in death may not seem worth it to everybody, but I like it. It's just convenient for me. That's the reason why. I know it's maybe not the most efficient, but it is what it is. Then we're going over here. We have precision strikes for weak spot hits, but honestly you could go determined, since the bolter doesn't really need to hit headshots, but we're taking it anyway. Actually, you know what? We'll swap it out. Why not? Why not? Just for funsies. Maybe it'll, maybe the suppression immunity will come into play. Precision strikes is probably better than suppression immunity, but we're just doing this for funsies. And then we have fully loaded for more ammo, superiority complex. Then we have born leader, tactical awareness for the emperor, iron will, bring it down, and focus target with 8 stacks of focus target. And that is the build. I'm going to swap that perk out for infested enemies on my chainsword, and let's get into a game. Alrighty, and we're in. And if you noticed, I did change my cosmetics. Might as well just run the classic commissar outfit for funsies. This is not a Maelstrom, because I tried finding a Maelstrom game 3 times, and it did just never found a lobby, so we're just doing an Auric Damnation. Insane place to join into. We are, it is a high intensity engagement zone on Ascension Riser 31. I don't think we're too far. We're a little far in, but we're not super far. I wonder if grenades are affected. I assume grenades aren't affected by new damage modifiers, but it'd be interesting to find out if they actually were. .5% reload speed on an elite kill, because we have reload speed on the blessing, or on the perk and then obviously on the talent. Chronometer. Oh, Warhammer is a game and a book. The next Dawn of Fire series, or next book in the Dawn of Fire series, has a Voton on the cover. Big news for our dwarven individuals. Finally. I mean, it sucks that they're not getting their first book first, but you know, I suppose it is what it is. But hey, I'll take him. I'm definitely gonna. I wasn't really interested in the recent Throne of Fire book just because it's Space Marines and Sisters and Navy, and I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll. But I ought to listen to it now so I can listen to the Dwarf one. Oops, I keep missing my R button. Those zealots are having fun over there. And by zealots, I mean zealot and veteran. There we are. Nice little headshot. Yeah, once again, my reload button is... That one I hit and just didn't reload. Come on now. Okay, there we go. I was going to say, I'm not that bad, am I? Playing a lot of Helldivers, so that's messing my... Give me a bolter and Helldivers. I'll show those automatons the way of the Emperor. I do like that Helldivers has something for everybody. For Halo fans, it tickles the ODST bone. You know, for Starship Troopers, it tickles. Even StarCraft players probably get tickled by it. Starship Trooper fans, obviously. Mass Effect fans are getting tickled by it. Dance Dance Revolution fans are getting tickled by it. And also, obviously, for Warhammer fans, it's the Tempestus Scion Simulator. You well and truly love to see it. And you can kind of dress as a Tempestus Scion. There's orange cosmetics. God, that reload speed is no joke, eh? Pull on my melee weapon, please. Holy moly. Shut up, Miss Ozzy. I'm just gonna pop this. This game is being chunky. I do hope that they fix it soon, because it's definitely feeling a little chunky over here. Get the reload off. I keep thinking I need to waste all my magazine before I reload, much like in Helldivers, but alas, no, I do not. That would have been interesting if you had to blow through an entire mag before you could reload. But I feel like that is it's not really like... I don't think a lot of players would want that, really. I feel like it wouldn't really work in the Darktide game, to be honest. It works perfectly fine in Helldivers, but I don't think that stuff like that would work in Darktide. I mean, it could, but I feel like it is better this way. I must have crit there. Yeah, it's kind of good I didn't take precision strikes, because you very rarely go for headshots with the bolter. Just much better to go for body shots, generally. Especially against, like, chaff. Obviously, against bigger stuff, go for it. Or you just mag dump them and kill it, so... The bolter doesn't really need headshots, right? Obviously, hit him if you can, but generally it's, you know, it does so much damage anyway, you don't really need it. There we are. Gonna eat a grenade over there. I think I got an assist on that because I reloaded real quick. Did I? I must have damaged it, I guess. I don't think you get an assist just for marking. That is a lot of Ragers. Far too many Ragers for my taste. I don't appreciate how many Ragers there are. Luckily, my bolter is 20% damage to maniacs. Oh, nice. My other veteran has a plasma gun. How did I not pick that up till now? flamer coming from behind. Oh. We don't talk about it. Nice.
I prefer training with live targets. Orcs, anything. Boom, 7, kill it. Shotgunner.
Got a little double tap with the. Woo. We are absolutely destroying right now with this thing. Feels pretty good. Did I shoot through that crusher, or did I get like under his arm or something? The bolter definitely doesn't puncture. Maybe it's because he died at the same time it hit and it punctured or something. I don't know. Or maybe I did just shoot under his arm. I don't know. Will I ever know? Who knows? Probably not.
Ready to burn!
I was wondering how long it would take before you start looking at me. Nice. Alright, now I'm going to start needing to pick up ammo. Boop, 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 boop. Ooh, ammo bag. Perfect. Nice. Got him. Nice. So, yeah, Tumad, the YouTuber, died of an overdose, and his last game playing was Overwatch. Apparently people checked on him. I don't know if it's because they saw he was playing Overwatch for 5 days or something, or people were like worried about him or something else. But yeah, they found him dead in his apartment, reportedly from an overdose. I don't know if it was like what drug it was, but I probably like, you know, I don't know if he took meds, but probably that if it was. Some people were saying fentanyl, but the report I don't think said anything about fentanyl, so I guess we don't know yet, right? But a bunch of stuff came out about him that apparently he was an actual nutcase. That maybe he was not he's actually a person to enjoy sex consensually and with of-age women. And apparently threatened to kill quite a lot of people, which is certainly something. Ouch. So, you know, I always thought he was like, is it in somewhat poor timing to do it at his death? I'm saying no. I feel like if you want to be treated nicely after your death, don't be a piece of shit in real life. Allegedly. Now, I say allegedly, but there's a lot of people essentially confirming the reports, so one can only assume that it's fairly accurate.
Was it something we said?
It's a trap. Oh, ammo bag. Perfect. Got him. Which is, it's an insane thing. And that also brings me to my next thing. This Twitter guy named Ian Miles Chong, he's a right-wing commentator. He was arrested in Malaysia for being for his pro-Israel stance, I think. I don't know the details. I only just saw like bits and pieces of the article. And they didn't even confirm who it was. They just said Malaysian man, and it's pretty much assumed it was him because he kind of went radio silent afterwards. Which is a bit of a conniption because, one, it's kind of funny. 2, I don't think people should be arrested for being annoying on Twitter. But also,
Catch this, Harry.
he's also like a piece of shit too. So you know. But you know, silver lining is I won't have to see him on my Twitter timeline for a bit because he's always there, and he's annoying. But you know, I do hope that he doesn't get actually like arrested for being cringe on Twitter. If being cringe on Twitter was a crime, I'd be buried underneath the prison. Speaking of prison, police officers, some of them are a little stupid. There's this body cam footage that released of a thing of I don't remember where it happened, but essentially this cops were called on this guy who the neighbor was reporting like stolen a car and was like revving it around and stuff, and apparently had a silenced pistol or something. And they arrested the guy, right? He was handcuffed in the car, the suspect. An acorn fell and hit the cop's car, at least that's what's being said. I can't hear the acorn. And he just yells, shots fired, and he rolls like he's in Dark Souls, pulls out his pistol and just mags dump into his car with the handcuffed suspect in it. Then his partner does it, and the original cop yells, I'm hit, and obviously he's not hit because there's no firearm. Then eventually a bunch of other police show up, and it's just like, yeah, luckily the suspect was not harmed. He managed to avoid any of the gunfire. What he did was he laid down and like played dead so that they wouldn't like see his movement and magged up him again. Which is, it can be, it's a funny scenario considering, which is good we can joke about it because the suspect wasn't murdered for being innocent. But man, it is just like, that says something. Sometimes methinks Americans need a bit more training in our, I ask you to don't. Thank you. I mean, I think in like other countries you need like 2 years or something to be a police officer. I think we should probably bring that over to the States. It's like 6 months or something training for a police officer. But luckily that officer also did get canned. Their partner didn't get canned, which makes more sense because they're like, the partner's actions were fairly reasonable in the situation. Because like your partner just yells shots fired and starts mag dumping in the car. The logical solution is that you trust your partner, I guess. Yeah, original cop was fired, and I think the city did compensate the guy. I think so, the suspect. So we're good. Ow. Nice. Oh, so Power World discussion. I'm really running through the topics right now, aren't I? Obviously, over time, Power World will lose players because it's a game, and there's not a lot of content about it. Get out, my friend. And there's like a bunch of journalists, articles about like, it's kind of like, wow, Power World loses this many players. Once again, Power World exploded with success, so it's already had inflated numbers from the get-go. Both from it being like an interesting concept and also like to own the Pokemon fans that were reportedly mad about it or something. It was one of those games that got put in the public eye, so obviously it got a lot more players than it would have if Power World had a normal release. Anyway, they had a bunch of player drop off, and the devs were like, okay, why are the journalists like essentially bragging about it? Like it's the game is new, right? So there's not going to be a lot of content out about it, and it's a survival game, it's right. the players that are gonna play it are gonna, you know, stick around forever. But it's gonna have it's survival games like that are niche in itself, so it's not gonna have like the most players, especially like a month after its release. Also, I just punched my desk and it hurt. It's just one of those games, you know. Like Power World's fun. It's fun with friends, but it's definitely not something that like I play every day. But you know, in about 6 months or so, I'll see a video on my recommend that's like I spent 100 hours in Power World's Hardest Seed or whatever, and then I'll watch that at 3 a.m. and it'll be like an hour and a half video, and I'll enjoy it every second. Obviously, as the devs add more content, people will come back. Same thing happens with all survival games like that, pretty much. I still think Valheim is the best survival game to ever do it, though. I haven't tried Enshrouded yet or seen anything about Enshrouded, but you know, it seems interesting from what the bits I did see. It's like very D&D inspired, obviously. Speaking of video games, Skull and Bones, the pirate game from Ubisoft that was supposedly based off of Black Flag, right? The game that Ubisoft themselves said was going to be a quadruple A game. Now, I don't know about you, but a quadruple A game that has no pirate combat, no boarding of ships, and is purely just boat is definitely not a quadruple A game. Like, you just had to make Assassin's Creed 4 multiplayer. That's all you had to do. You know, I don't know how you fudge it up this bad. You don't even have that much competition in the pirate space. The only like competition you have is Sea of Thieves. And Sea of Thieves is very basic, and it's the way it does it. Sea of Thieves does it very effectively. But Sea of Thieves isn't out here really like innovating. I mean, I guess it did innovate with its water. You know, it's a basic pirate game. You fire cannons, you board ships, you dig up treasure. Enshrouded was more of an arena style rather than like the open world PvP. Did I say Enshrouded? I meant Skull and Bones, obviously. It's like, man, the boarding actions is just a cutscene and then nothing else. It's a slight cutscene where your character, your crew throws ropes onto the ship. So how do you mess it up that bad? Like, there's plenty of games that do like that sort of like ship-based with boarding action PvP games. You could have done it so good with Skull and Bones. This game developed for like, what, 10 plus years? Come on now. Rest in peace. I literally watched that happen. Rest in peace. There goes my hero. Excuse me. Come in, fireman. Come in. Just clip that real quick because I can use that for a short run thing. I gotta make some more shorts. It's just I'm lazy. Oh, she's got murdered there. Alrighty.
Do not heed the path he has ordained.
Ouch. Ouch. Just get the shot so I have some toughness up. Hear that, Trapper. Gonna drop this down. Oh, that was very close to getting down there because my,
Empty. Reloading.
yeah, I was only at less than half there, and I might as well just grab it for the grenades. That's what I do. That's the reason why I do anything in this world, for the grenades. No, marking it does not give me an assist. Confirmed. To me. Some people probably already knew that, but I didn't. I am recording, right? Yes, very good.
Got a present for you.
Nice.
Hope got it.
How long do you think until Fat Shark watches one of my videos and patches the spot?
Watch out for a house. Here comes this. Who's the carcass? They're in cover.
Might as well provide range support over here.
Keep the zealot covered.
Compliments of the guard. On your carcass feet. Reloading.
Got it covered.
Got the ranger. Direct shot on her.
Run, me, run!
Here, pop this.
It seems some outside force is preventing the blast gate from opening.
Got to heal.
Oh.
Thank you.
Nice, I got healed. My nose. No, it itches. No, we're good. I changed my mind. It doesn't itch.
Pleasure working with you, Lady Alice. I won't forget it. Eat like email.
That was rude.
Target stuck in.
Don't murder your friends. Or do. I'm not your mother. Shut up, Mazozi. Don't ever speak to me again, foul beast. I hate you and everything you stand for. I hope Mazozi gets eaten by Tyranids. Nice. Bolter, my beloved. I felt like I was locked in on the Bolter there. It was juicy. Got some double headies, got some, was killing stuff. Felt good. Oh, my nose, it itches. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. No, I'm not. I changed my mind. I reject it, actually. No, I don't. Maybe I do. No, we're good. Alright, let's see what we got from the Emperor. Oh, wait, we already saw it. We got a power sword. Well, if you made it this far in the video, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, or don't. I am not your mother. But you better brush your teeth. And have a good one. Bye-bye.